Hey everyone, and welcome back to Bowl with Value. I am Valerie Bercier, and this week we're going to do something a little different. We're going to compare the brand new Brunswick Vaporize, which is an asymmetric core, and we're going to compare it to the Hammer Scorpion Strike, which is a symmetric core. Stick around and see how they compare.
This brings up by 12. That's it. Really good look.
All right, here we are back at Sherman Bowling Center. We are on lane 1 this time. And I'm going to compare the Vaporize and the Scorpion Strike. I thought about this when I saw the numbers of the Scorpion Strike. I do have plans to compare the Scorpion Strike to the Scorpion Low Flare, just not this week. Stay tuned. I'm going to start with the Vaporize because it is an asymmetric core. Okay, so that means not necessarily that it's stronger, but it will likely be quicker response. That's my prediction between the two of them. They have very similar core numbers. The Vaporize, let me grab my little notes here. The Vaporize RG for 14 pounds is 2.495, and the differential is 0.46 with an intermediate differential of 0.017. The Scorpion Strike is 2.506, so just a little bit higher with 0.045, essentially the same differential. Obviously no asymmetric differential since it's a symmetric, and they're both HK22 Pearl coverstocks. So I'm very excited to see what kinds of differences we're going to see between these two really brand new bowling balls. One was July and this Vaporize is August. All right, so I'm going to typically like to cross between the third and the fourth arrow on this summer house pattern that Sherman has laid out. Not a quality shot. I took a bit of I got warmed up and then did some things, and that's what happens. Maybe that's like the comparable to like a lane breakdown. And then you go up and you throw another shot. And I actually don't like the thumb that I'm using. So I'm going to switch it to this thumb. I use the Ultimate. I think it's on here. The Ultimate thumbs currently. And I like them interchangeable. Let me know if you use interchangeable and if you like them, which system you like. Just curious. All right, so 25. I'm going to try that same shot again. Much better. Okay, slid about 30. Crossed, I don't know, a little to the right of the big middle arrow. Like 18, 19. With the Vaporize, so this, I've only thrown this for the comparisons that I've done so far. I have not thrown it in tournaments or league or anything. So really still fresh right out of the box. It has 1500 compound on the Pearl cover stock. That was an even better shot. Oh, this is not a 710. So that got through the lane really clean and hit the friction, responded too late. So it came in behind the head pin. If you watched my review last week, I talked about that, where you'll see that you'll typically leave a 9 count, 10 pin, or even 710 if it's behind the head pin too far. My ball's still coming back. All right, I'm going to try to get lined up. I actually think that I need to square up a little bit. I'm going to go further right with my feet. I'm going to do 2. Why don't I go 2 boards right, 1 with my eyes. So I'm going to look at like 17 at the, yeah, there we go. 24, 17 at the arrows. Oh, foul off that shot. Something I learned in college bowling, I went to the University of Nebraska, was if you fall off your shot, and I'm really good at posting my shots because I really do believe in being solid at the line. That shot, I got a little too quick with it and I fell off. It's actually going to read earlier than what it would if you post it. Little coaching tip right there. If you fall off your shot, the ball's going to read sooner. So let me try that one more time. Post it this time though. Oh my gosh, I love it. If you watched the review between the Vaporize and the Mesmerize, I really talked this ball up because it's got the same core as the old vintage Vapor Zone. And in 2019, I loved that ball. I used it so often on tour. So same spot there. I threw 2 strikes in a row at 24 with my feet. I'm going to go to the Scorpion Strike. Again, this is asymmetric core. It's very similar. So we'll see how the cover stock matches up or compares. So same shot here. Oh, interesting. That did not scoot through in the same way. There's a yellow pin on it so I could see my revs. And yeah, it didn't get as far right and it was a little bit smoother. And that's typical of a symmetric versus asymmetric. But let me do that one more time. See if I can hit my target and get it a little bit further right like I did with the Vapor Zone. Or I called it a Vapor Zone. Vaporize. There we go. Oh, I like this ball too. Goodness sakes. That's amazing. That actually seemed like it read earlier. What did I say? The RG of the, yeah, it's got a little bit higher RG, same differential and no asymmetry. So you're gonna see, it should be smoother, but you never know. Cover stock matters. So the cover stock, they both have HK22. They're both pearl. Let's see. Is there anything else here that I want to talk about? They both have the same type of finish on it. This is kind of interesting. Symmetric versus asymmetric. That was a little high flash. Let me see if that does that again. Holy cannoli. That's amazing. I really like that. Uh-oh. Scorpion Strike is giving Vaporize a run for its money. All right. Well, let me see. So I had to move right with that Vaporize when I first tried to get lined up. So let me move that 2 back with this and see if it's got a different response. I got 9 a couple times with that one while I was too far left. So let's see what this one does. 2 left with my feet, about 1 with my eyes. Oh, as soon as I saw it start to turn the corner, I was like, it's gonna be a strike. That is not the same response that the Vaporize had. It got there too late. And now that one actually read the friction, was smoother off the spot, carried too further left. Well, let's check the limits of this sweet purple bowling ball. I'll go 2 more left. Fully expecting it to get 9 once I saw it get there, and I'm like, ooh, it's gonna get there a little too late. But it retained energy. I wonder if that has to do with the symmetry of the core versus the Vaporize was asymmetric. It kind of expended its energy while trying to stand up. What should we do? Go a couple more left. Let's see. 28. It's supposed to be 30 with my feet. This will be 6 left from where I struck the first time with this ball. Oh, wrapped. Actually tried to get just a little teeny bit softer so that it'll hit the pocket. If I were to stay there, I'd have to get significantly more softer. Wow. I hate that about English language. When do you use more and when do you use Anyway, I'd have to do that. So why don't I see what the Vaporize looks like? Maybe it'll still sniff the pocket all the way over there too. Maybe it'll actually strike. So I was standing on 30, looking at 20, 21. How did that happen? Did I get that much softer? There's no way. I threw that pretty similarly. These two balls, they are just impressive on this lower volume house pattern. I feel like the review that I did with the GB4 hybrid and the GB5, I got so far left at the studio at Brunswick. I was like circling the whole lane. That's what it feels like right now with these two. Wowza. That's amazing. I think that'll be good too. It was. All right, that's it for this week. I hope this was helpful for you. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe and share it. Share it with your bowling friends. And let us know if there is anything within the brands of Brunswick you'd like to see compared or reviewed. Because we look at those comments and we do our best to put out what you want to see. Because we do this every week. And with that, I'll see you next week. Still striking.